Hi, hair bestie. So we're gonna do this just in regular speed. It does slow down here in a second, but we're taking off those band, whatever they're called, the straps. We're taking those off, and I'm just going to measure a little bit longer than what I actually need, and that way there is lots of space for mistakes, or if you need to cut that end because the end is fraying. So that was probably too long, but who cares? It's a little bit. And you just want to really secure it to that corner of the wig, and you don't want to go where there's where the wig is kind of connected. It's really hard to sew there. So I just kind of went just a little bit underneath that. And you just want to do this part so secure so it really stays. But can you see how I was struggling in that section? But I finally got it through. Just want to be careful around that ear tab. It's a little thick. So just slightly underneath it. And you just want to make sure that this is really, really secure. And I did cut some of that video because it was just taking too long. So now I am just going to take the seam ripper and about an inch from where I started and make another hole, but try to do it in the middle of that stretchy elastic, because if you do it too close to the sides, it could possibly fray faster. So I really wanted to make sure that I got it through the sides. So I tried to take a needle to pull this drawstring through. It didn't work. The hole wasn't big enough. I had to just go in and make the hole just a little bit bigger and just push it through without the needle. I was going to use a safety pin, but then I was wondering if I had a safety pin small enough to get through the holes. But see now how I'm going out, and then we're going to take it on the other side and make another hole and bring it back through, just like we're weaving a basket. And a good tip is to make sure your seam ripper is sharp, because I've tried to use a seam ripper that wasn't that new, and it's not enjoyable. Okay, it's not enjoyable. But now you may have to fiddle and stretch it out just a little bit, but just get it through that hole. Like, this is the hardest part, is just getting it through the hole. I promise you, if you can sew, you can do this. And it's really just simple, basic stitches. So you see how it's going in and out. And we're going to do that all around. I am going to cut a little bit of this video just so it's not a 14-minute video. But I wanted to make sure we got the slowed down version for you to see, because I want you to be able to try this, and I want to know how you think it feels, because for me it's like a total freaking game changer. So I am cutting off the end of this every now and then because it starts to fray, and then it just makes it really hard to get through the hole. But I find with a clean edge, it just kind of goes through a lot easier. So we're just going to pull it out and keep going section by section. But see, you can't see that from the outside unless somebody was like really up in there. They're not going to see it. And it makes that back of the wig lay so flat. So even if you struggle with the front of the wig not laying flat, this is actually going to pull it all in and make sure everything is nice and flat for you. And if you have to go from the inside and cut, if you have to go from the outside and cut, it's okay, as long as you get that little hole. And I also went like close to the back. So this is the kit that I got off Amazon, and we're going to use the little, the flat one. I just thought that might be the most comfortable on the back of the neck. And to be honest with you, I do not feel that, like you think it would be thick, but it's not. You don't feel it at all. It's so comfortable. But just take your time. You can totally do this. And I love that it's just accessible, and that this kit, you can do so many of your wigs. And we know that synthetic wigs just last so much longer than human hair. You're going to get such a long wear with this. So it's worth it to just take like an extra 30 minutes to your wig to get this done. And we're just going to pull it out through the other side. I'm sorry if I'm repeating stuff, but I'm really trying to like make sure we get all the details. So this is an easy process for you. But don't be scared if you like mess up. But, you know, just check one side, check the other. Make sure you can see the hole, because the biggest thing was seeing the hole. I even thought about using a hole puncher. Couldn't find my hole puncher. But then I was thinking that the hole puncher might make it too big. But whatever. We just went with the seam ripper. And I just want to get this done because I love trying new. So this isn't even new. Like, they've been doing this on some 360 wigs and some human hair wigs. I've just never seen it to buy for a synthetic wig. And I don't think I would ever go back to human hair wigs after, you know, knowing the durability of a synthetic wig. Like, you can be so rough on them and they just come right back to their original state. Like, I love that. I've wasted so much money over the years on human hair, and then the hair would only last me like a month, maybe 2, and you bought like 26 inches and it ends up breaking, and then you're with like 18 to 16. You're like, what happened to all my length? And then all the shedding. So in this part, we want to make sure that the press part is facing outwards, and that way like that press part doesn't like, it's not uncomfortable on the back of your neck, because we want this to be comfortable. This is the whole goal of doing this, was to be comfortable. And there you can see it. Everything is going out, and I am like working towards like the bottom of the wig, and that's going to make that back nice and flat. So I do want to know if you try this and what you think. And if you could share this video, like this video, comment on this video, because I'm trying to grow my following. So please do that. I really appreciate it. So if you do cut into the hair a little bit, it's not the end of the world. You are not going to notice it on a synthetic wig like you would a human hair wig. I just find synthetic wigs are just so forgiving that way, and you're just not going to see it. So don't stress if you cut a little bit of hair, like there, like I got a little bit of hair in that section. I wasn't overly worried. But you just kind of want to weave it like a basket, go in one side, out the other, and you just want to do that until you're fully done. I am going to skip a little bit of this because I feel like some of it is just a little bit repetitive, but you do want to kind of do them like maybe an inch, maybe a little bit less than an inch apart, the holes, but you can kind of see where I'm going. Just use your judgment. But I promise you, you can do this. Nothing gives me more high than doing a wig hack and it actually works. Like, my heart was fluttering for 2 days about this, and I couldn't wait to share it with you guys, because this is game changing. They need to be putting this on synthetic wigs they need to be putting this on all wigs, because the sense of security you have with this is better than a wig grip. Like, it's better than a wig grip. And if you have to go through this hole a few times, it's okay. Just, you know, just take your time and get it through. But you can do this. And the whole kit was from Amazon. I got it for $15.99, and it has enough for you to do a ton of wigs. Like, you can see like how big that kit was, and how many like how much drawstring you got, and how many like the little closure pieces that you get. Like, I will have this for a while, and I am trying to think of the next wig I'm going to do, and I have my frontal off right now, so I'm not sure when I'll put it back on. I'm feeling like my hair is really thin, and my hair does really well when it gets lots of moisture, and I just find like a bunch of it's breaking. So I don't know how long I'll keep my frontal off, but I find it makes a big difference on my mood when I don't have my frontal on, because I feel like so vulnerable and naked, and my head's just so exposed. It's just something I kept secret for so many years. So to just be chilling out with half my hair just doesn't feel comfortable for me. And but I'm doing it right now. I'm sitting here with no hair on, but I'm in my bedroom, so I'm just kind of like chill. But I wanted to make a slower down version for you guys. And it may have to go over 2 parts, and I'm really sorry. So I'll see how many minutes TikTok gives me to actually do this all in one take. I don't really want to have to spread this out, but if I have to, I have to. But see where I'm just going like in the middle? I don't know if that's right in the middle, but closest to the middle that you can get, so we can just make sure that it's not going to fray. But there, see, it goes in and out, in and out. That is all you have to do. And then you just need to secure the end and sew that part up. And you just want to make sure that you just cut off any excess, but leave extra so you can pull it, make it stretchy. I probably could have made this a little bit smaller, but I'm back. I just wanted to kind of get rid of some of me sewing that. I just want to make sure that that end is really secure and closed off. A few minutes. So yeah, this video is already pretty long enough, and I don't want to bore you guys, but I do want to help you cheering you on. Do this. Let me know if this works for you. Yeah, and there's a finished product, and we're just going in and out. And I love you guys so much. You can kind of see it there. I hope this really helps better, and I hope that this is a good solution for you, because string is like on the outside, like totally obsessed part, and I can't believe I've almost talked for 14 minutes. So I love you. Nice and clean. Bye. Love you.